Welcome to our Restoring America channel, where we will show you a common person's approach to do-it-yourself repairs. We're back working on our 1998 Craftsman lawnmower, and the wheel stopped working, so therefore I am assuming the pawl had fallen out again, and I need to get back in there and see exactly what's going on. As I have done in my other video, I'm simply going to remove the cover in the wheel. And then the retaining clip for the gear. And after that, I'll remove the retainer that the pawl and spring sits in. Also, I'll remove that flat plate that has a groove that the pawl pin slides in. And just a heads up, that washer when I did this the last time kind of bothered me being in this location, and it's not supposed to be there, and I'll touch on that in just a second. The flat round plate is one of the first things that goes in, and the washer is one of the last things that goes in, and it sits under the clip. The washer is number 27 on the schematic. The old damaged retainer is on the bottom or left, and the new replacement is on the upper or right. Briefly, I wanted to show you the difference between the old and new retainer. The old retainer sits on the shaft a lot looser than the new retainer does. And here's a shot of the pawl, the retainer torsion spring, and the retainer. I have actually never seen one of these assembled before in real life, and the schematic really doesn't show me how this goes together. I'm assuming that the torsion spring is there to hold down the pawl. The pawl lifts up when the shaft moves the assembly, and of course that's what allows it to come in contact with the gear that then drives the wheel. And then of course when you stop giving power and you want to, like, pull back, the pawl is in a down position due to the spring. The pin on the pawl goes in that slot on that round flat plate and moves up and down within it. And I will apply heavy duty grease to all contact points. And again, that plate goes on first during the reassembly. I'm going to make sure I line up the tabs on that plastic cover behind the plate with those 3 grooves on the side of that round plate. Again, I am applying heavy duty grease to all contact points. And again, the assembly sits on that shaft a specific way due to a groove on that shaft. And I again am being careful to line up that pin on that pawl with the groove on that plate. Again, applying a little bit of grease to some of those contact points, I'm going to replace that gear. And there's that misplaced washer or previously misplaced washer. And again, some grease on that contact point, and I will make sure that washer goes in the correct location. And lastly, for this part, the retaining clip. Once assembled, I checked it for fit. It seems a little loose. That might be normal, but we'll find out. Again, some grease for that contact point on that wheel washer. I also placed a little bit of grease on the contact point on that wheel, and I'll go ahead and assemble that. And I wanted to thank you all for watching. I'll report back if anything strange happens. Again, this is the second time I was in there. I am pretty confident that we got it right this time around. Everything seems to be there according to the way the schematic has illustrated, so I'll give it a shot. Thanks again. Please like and subscribe, and there's a lot more content on its way.